We begin with breaking news today at noon. We've learned emergency crews in Anderson are on the scene of a deadly small plane crash. Now, this all happened this morning on East County Road 100 South, north of Anderson Municipal Airport. Now, we have crews at the scene there. Our Samantha Johnson, she is at the scene right now where police are just wrapping up a briefing. Samantha, what have you learned?
Seconds ago, so forgive me while I read.
Well, Karen, I can tell you we just talked to a captain with the Madison County Sheriff's Office. I'm going to read you our notes that we just learned. This was a plane that was coming from Iowa to the Anderson Municipal Airport around 10 o'clock this morning. They say they came in a little too high. The airport officials asked them to reroute. As they were circling back, a witness said they witnessed that plane nosedive into a cornfield here behind me. I'm actually going to step out of the way. We still have first responders who are coming here to the scene. As you can imagine, in rural Madison County, this is a large police and first responder presence here. If we can, I want to show you, too, a photo that was shared by fire officials here. And in this photo we'll show you here, you can actually see smoke coming from that scene. Now, where we are right now, we cannot see that because, like we mentioned, this is a rural area with cornfields and trees as well. What we can tell you, according to the captain here, there were 4 people initially on the flight plan for this aircraft this morning. We're told it's described as a small plane, and even though that initial plan said there were 4 people on board, so far officials have not been able to confirm how many people were involved in this crash. The only thing we're told is, quote, there are no survivors. So what we can tell you what's happening right now, officials here at the scene are waiting on the FAA and the NTSB to arrive here on the scene. Obviously, that's going to take hours. Some of those officials are coming from Chicago. So what's happening right now, they just a few moments ago said they were able to actually make their way to the plane to start investigate that as well. I can tell you we've seen drones over this cornfield too. So Karen, we're going to kind of gather our notes here, see if there are any more updates from police here on the scene. We'll have another update for you coming up at 12:30.
All right, thank you, Samantha Johnson, reporting live for us. Of course, we are staying on top of this breaking news right now. We will have more, as you just heard from Samantha, very soon. So, of course, we'll bring you updates as soon as we have them on air and online at WTHR.com. And I want to bring Chuck Lofton in on this as we, before we talk about the weather here. How does weather impact something like that?
Well, I would say probably no impact with this particular crash, although to the north of that there was rain, no thunderstorms, but some heavy pockets of rain, but it was far north. The winds are between 10 and 15 miles per hour right now, and there was a thick cloud deck, but we'll learn more from Sam in just a few minutes. This is a look at where rain is falling right now. And by the way, good afternoon, folks. It's 3 minutes after 12, and we're watching some rain develop. This is near Portland and Noble. This is all that's left. About an hour and a half ago, we had 6 or 7 counties with rain. That's pretty much died out, and this is all the way up now near Geneva and Bern this morning coming out of Portland. And actually, that line of rain's moving to the north. A lot of cloud cover out there today, but a beautiful day nonetheless. This is a look at Morse Reservoir, beautiful downtown Carmel with some cloud cover in Bunker Hill, and of course here in Indianapolis. Right now it is warming up. We'll probably warm up another 4 degrees or so, 75 here, 78 in Greenwood. Columbus is already breaking the 80-degree mark, as is Shelbyville. A marginal risk for severe weather in southern Indiana between 3 and 8 p.m. We have a isolated, damaging wind gust risk. I think most of you won't see much of anything, but this will come in tonight. Today's high 79, mild with some rain and thunder. We will have much more and a big weekend ahead. The forecast for that, Karen, in minutes.
All right, thanks, Chuck. Well, today we are learning more about a shooting in Greenwood where a man was wandering on the street after being shot. Now, we know now a person is in custody. Now, this happened around 6:30 this morning near West County Line Road and Meridian Street. Police found a 35-year-old man with wounds to his arms and his legs. Investigators figured out the shooting happened at a nearby home with a person the victim is acquainted with. So police say the case is ongoing and fluid. Also today, 4 people, including 2 firefighters, are recovering after an apartment fire. A viewer shared this video with 13 News, and you can just see how large those flames are shooting from the roof of that building. This all happened yesterday evening at the Island Club Apartments. That's near 465 and Crawfordsville Road. No word on the cause just yet, but our Logan Gay talked with people on the scene about the frightening moments that left residents without a home.
Neighbors like Ivan Sleet watched as the top floor of their apartment building was destroyed by flames.
Said everything's gone. Done. Got nothing.
Emergency crews got the call about this apartment fire around 5:30. While they were en route, people stood around in disbelief.
I was hoping that nobody got hurt or injured.
Captain Eric Bannister with Wayne Township says they arrived and immediately got to work getting people out.
Somebody that was back in the water could see the personnel on the balcony inside the house trying to get out, and alerted us to that particular rescue. So we pulled him off. I think it was the third floor, maybe the second floor.
Several departments and agencies responded to this fire. Bannister says in all, 4 people were injured in the fire. One of those victims was taken to the hospital, possibly in serious condition. A firefighter was also taken to the hospital to be treated for injuries. 2 others, including a second firefighter, were treated at the scene. Crews also rescued 2 animals. Thankfully, there was no loss of life, but it might take people some time to recover.
The reality of it is this is someone's worst day. This is their absolutely worst day, and we are empathetic of that.
Bannister says building management told them everyone who was displaced has a place to stay. In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.
Well, today a woman is under arrest for a hit and run, killing a woman standing on the street. The crash happened more than 2 weeks ago. IMPD says Dominique Berryhill was talking with a friend standing near a parked car at 28th and Riverside when someone hit her. They now tell us they have arrested the driver. Her name is Arosayana Felton. Now, according to court documents, she never had a valid driver's license. She now faces multiple charges, including reckless homicide. Well, today remains identified in Greenwood are bringing closure to a South Carolina family. Back in 1993, kids playing in what was a field in Greenwood discovered human bones. Well, now genetic testing and genealogy tracking have led to an identification. Michael Benjamin Davis from South Carolina. The last time Michael's family talked to him, he told them he was traveling with a carnival in the Midwest. Now, just yesterday, they came to Indy for a press conference to say thank you to those who helped find him.
We all have prayed so much for this answer. So for me, it's a miracle. It's that God still works. Things still happen. People still work through, the Spirit still works through people to keep things going. So it is amazing and an answer to prayer.
Investigators believe Davis died in 1990 or 1991 in his mid-20s. His death may have been a homicide, but police say by the time they found his remains, any evidence was gone. They're still asking anyone who might know anything to come forward. A lab in Texas helped develop the DNA profile. Now, they compared it with Michael's sister to confirm the identification. All right, Colts fans, it is time to get just a little excited because our Indianapolis Colts are kicking off the season with a home opener this Sunday. They'll be taking on the Houston Texans, but they're not the only ones prepping. Our Gina Glaros is on the field with our Colts cheerleaders. Check this out.
Getting pumped up for game day before 70,000 of our closest friends arrive here at Lucas Oil Stadium. I'm with Colts cheerleaders Whitney and Hunter. Man, oh man, game day on Sunday. How do you prepare?
I prepare by getting a lot of rest, obviously. It's a long weekend, it's a long day, but we always make sure that we are well rested and well taken care of with what we eat, how much sleep we're getting and everything. We also prepare for the entire season starting in April, which is really exciting, and we just get ready with all of our routines, make sure that everything's ready to go for game day.
Yeah, and you have a full-time job in addition to this job.
Yes, we all hold full-time jobs or are full-time students, which is really exciting. So we just really make it a priority to show up on practice and make sure that we're prepared for game day.
Okay, so, tens of thousands of people here watching you on this brand new turf, by the way. It's beautiful. Tell us what your schedule is on game day. What's that like?
So game day is a long day for us. We are here before the sun comes up. We have a field rehearsal early in the morning. Then we get a little downtime to get ready, eat some breakfast, see our athletic trainer. And then we go out for pregame appearances, usually for an hour before the game. have a minute to stretch it out. Then we come out for pregame and we're on the field all 4 quarters, dancing both in the end zone and on the sidelines, just really doing everything to keep the fans engaged and excited. And it's just the most fun day.
Yeah, and outside of the game too, you guys are really out in the community.
Absolutely. That's my favorite part of Colts Cheer. We're always out in the community at appearances, whether that's with different nonprofits or charity organizations or Colts sponsors, just interacting with fans in the Indianapolis community, and it's a really special role.
Yeah, ladies, thank you for all that you do, and join us here on game day, 1 o'clock here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Touchdown Town opens at 10. Reporting here at Lucas Oil, Gina Galeros, 13 News.